What is happening, Magnus sites? Ooh, apparently there's a plot leak. Even further proof of Tobey and Andrew. Did y'all see that Mighty Raccoon trailer I did reaction to? Holy shit, that looked so good. This one I did the other day, the one that shows Andrew rescuing MJ. Let's check this out. Subscribe to Cosmic Wonder.
What's going on, everybody?
What's happening?
Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and of course, we are still talking about that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer.
Damn right
now,
we are.
If you, or perhaps one of your friends, is still doubting whether or not Tobey and Andrew are actually going to be in the film, this is the video for you.
Okay.
And I also have to issue a spoiler warning because we're pretty much going to be going over the entire plot of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, it's not going to be super detailed, but I am going to be talking about some things that we've seen in the trailers, some things that have been confirmed by the trailers, and of course, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. And again, if you have any doubt, I think this video will pretty much convince you that they truly are in the movie. Also, if you love Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anything pop culture, movie, and TV show related, be sure to head over to my Discord because there are just a ton of great people in there who love to talk about everything. And of course, we're still doing our Spider-Man collectible giveaway. All you gotta do is subscribe to my channel and Cosmic Culture, leave some comments on some recent videos. That'll enter you to win. Okay, so check this out. I've done a few videos on a certain plot leak that I've always said is real, but now the second trailer has confirmed even more of this plot leak, and of course, this plot leak talks about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. In fact, a lot of what this plot leak said came true in the first and second trailer, and get this plot leak came out about 6 months before the first teaser came out. So again, I have to issue a spoiler warning if you're not really trying to know too much. This leak is true, and I'm going to line it up with the scenes that we've gotten from the first teaser trailer and the official trailer in this video. But again, keep in mind, this came out 6 months before the first teaser, and the parts that we did see on screen were 100% what the plot leak said. And now with the second teaser, we got even more confirmation. So this plot leak is real. It's true. It's coming from somebody who has seen the movie. Now it's short, and it doesn't go into extreme detail, so you're probably okay, but still watch at your own risk. It starts off by saying that Peter's life is ruined after his identity was revealed at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home by Mysterio.
Listen, I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Obviously, this part we know, we don't really need to talk about it, but the next part says, he is now facing trial, and Matt Murdock is his lawyer. Now, if you've been following Spider-Man No Way Home, you've definitely heard this rumor by now.
Right.
And perhaps you even saw a couple of photos that were released last week that really weren't supposed to be released.
Right.
2 photos that John Campea thought were fake. One of them had Peter Parker, Happy Hogan, Aunt May, and Matt Murdock sitting at a dinner table together. Since these photos have come out, a lot of people have spoken up, and it seems to be that these photos are indeed real. So that's one check mark for this plot leak being real. Matt Murdock will be Peter Parker's lawyer in the beginning of the film. It continues. Peter goes to Doctor Strange and asks him to cast a spell to make everyone forget that he is Spider-Man.
What do I owe the pleasure?
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got
Yes, he
screwed up.
does.
I was wondering
I remember
if
that
maybe
leak
making
now.
so that he never did.
Again, keep in mind, this plot leak came out 6 months before the teaser trailer, so
remember
there's
that
no
leak.
way to know this unless this person has seen the movie, because this was confirmed in the teaser. And this plot leak says something goes wrong with the spell, and they break reality and bring 5 spider villains of other dimensions to the MCU.
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my God!
Stop talking! When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors.
So this is confirmed in both of the trailers. In the teaser trailer, Peter goes to Doctor Strange. Wong says don't do the spell. He does it anyways, and we can tell that something goes wrong. But Strange really only says the multiverse is something that we know frighteningly little about. And he tells Peter to stop tampering with the spell. However, in the main official trailer, Doctor Strange says, when you botched that spell, we started getting visitors from other universes. Confirming that it is indeed Doctor Strange's spell which is bringing these villains in, not the effects of Loki or not the effects of Wanda, but the spell that Doctor Strange did.
We tampered with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little.
And that's another check for this plot leak being real. But then a big one is that this plot leak says that there are only 5 villains. Now, for the longest time, we thought there were 6, but from a very long time ago, this plot leak has said 5. And it listed them: the Green Goblin from the first Spider-Man film, Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, the Sandman from Spider-Man 3, and the Lizard and Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man series. And of course, those 5 villains were confirmed.
Or we'll get a new one at the end.
And here's where it gets juicy. It says, Norman Osborn is talking to the others, asking what is the last thing they remember. And they all say, the last thing they remember is that Spider-Man killed them. Now, of course, this part was confirmed as well in the main trailer, where Doc Ock is saying, you're chasing ghosts.
To fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate.
What if Harry comes in to help him?
Peter asks what they mean, and Doctor Strange says they all die at the hands of Spider-Man. It's their destiny. It's their fate. The plot leak says Strange wants to take them back to their original dimensions, but the villains fear that returning would mean that they would return exactly where they came from, meaning that they would die again. And side note, the Sandman and Lizard never died, so I'm not sure what they're planning to do there, but it seems very clear that they are indeed the same characters from the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield movie, so we'll have to see what they do on
Harry
that one. Now here's where it gets really good, and we saw some of this in the trailer.
Norman
Osborn manipulates Peter into freeing them, making him feel guilty for their deaths.
You're not gonna take this away from me. Peter, you're struggling. Damn everything you want.
Peter fights Strange and breaks the key, which is a cube that held them captive, and the villains are now free. They start destroying parts of New York. Now, this is huge, and I'll say it again. This plot leak came out about 6 months before the first trailer, and it mentioned the key, which is the cube, which we've seen in both of the trailers. In fact, in this trailer specifically, we see Doctor Strange doing something with the cube. It looks like he's about to send all of the villains back, but Peter says, I'm sorry, and Doctor Strange says, don't, and then Peter takes the cube from Doctor Strange.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
And then we see the 2 of them fight. Now, Peter doesn't get very far, and Doctor Strange pretty much whoops him, but they still fight. And this is apparently going to cause the villains to break free. This is also why we see the key, the cube, in the final scene of the Statue of Liberty as well. They're trying to send the villains back. Now, here's sort of the grand finale, and what you should send to the people who still don't believe that Tobey and Andrew are in it. This plot leak says, to stop the villains, Peter somehow brings Tobey and Andrew to the MCU to help him. There's a big rematch between Tobey Maguire and Doc Ock, and between Andrew Garfield and Electro. The final battle is at the Statue of Liberty, with the 3 Spideys fighting the 5 villains. And the last thing that is mentioned in this plot leak is, I have no idea who the 6th member is, or when or how he comes onto the scene, in which we've learned there is no 6th villain, so that's again another checkmark that this is real. Now, the main trailer showed the Statue of Liberty, or the reconstructed Statue of Liberty, that is now going to have Captain America's shield on it. We saw all of these scenes that were mentioned. And of course that, we'll call it edited scene, where we only see Tom Holland's Peter Parker going up against Electro, the Sandman, and the Lizard, according to this plot leak, is supposed to have 3 Spider-Men in that scene. And again, I mean, the editing for the Brazilian one was pretty clear. The Lizard is definitely getting knocked in the face there. And if this is truly the final scene, Andrew and Tobey are definitely going to be there, fighting alongside Tom Holland. Now, for the most part, this plot leak actually just tells us what we saw in both of the trailers. It just gives us a little bit of an idea of what's further going on. A little bit more details. But again, the main thing about this is that this plot leak seems to be 100% real on every account. And the only thing that's not accounted for yet in this plot leak that we haven't seen is Andrew and Tobey showing up. But if every other part of the plot leak is true and has been proven real by both of the trailers, then we can assume that Tobey and Andrew being in the film are real. We can assume that part of the plot leak is 100% correct as well, which is the main point of this video. Now, it's the worst kept secret in Hollywood, and I truly do feel bad for Sony. It would have been great if they could have kept it a secret. It would have been awesome, but it's still gonna be pretty dang awesome, because I saw how many people were excited when we got the teaser, when we got the main trailer. It's still all pretty epic, and I'm glad they didn't show Tobey or Andrew in any of the trailers, because I'm glad they're saving that for the big screen. But let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and if you have any friends that are still doubting, be sure to send them this video. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Hey, by the way, y'all, you know, I actually know someone who did a major leak that got us a super popular character. I've mentioned it before in videos. If you've been following me a long time, you know who this character is. And he told me why he did it and everything, and I was like, holy shit, I am so fucking glad you did. He also told me some other stuff too, and I was like, wow. I hope one day he comes out and, like, you know, maybe there's a whole special or documentary or behind the scenes one day about this character, and they interview him. I would love for that. I'd love for that to happen. You know, some of these leaks, it's like, wow. This leak, well, I ain't going to go into it. Maybe one day I'll talk more about it. But yeah, I was like, whoa. I've told a couple people about it in my personal life, but I haven't told them who it is. I'm just like, yeah, ain't that crazy? If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this. So, anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you all think about this. It's confirmed. These leaks are real. Now we can all go to the movies and just be so happy that we're going to see all 3 Spider-Men on the screen at the same time. This is going to be fun. 10 million subscribers. Woo!